Yep. Yes.
I have a comment and a question if that's not too much. I wanted to say that I appreciated the female role because I personally wanted to join the military, maybe not as a nurse, but it was good to see a female thrown in there because not usually you don't really see a lot of opportunities for women. And I wanted to ask, seeing as to how this play you claim gave you all a new appreciation for soldiers and all that, would you guys ever consider joining a certain branch in the military, maybe for just a little bit?
What I can say about that is it's really hard not to think about it. I don't know. It's really hard to not think about it when you're doing this role because, like, you know, to go back on what Ben said, it's awesome. It's awesome, like, hanging out with these guys and, like, just kind of shooting the shit. Excuse me. But, like, just, like, hanging out and having fun and you know, and what Dave talks about his friends and the thing and the stories that he has from over there. And you know, when people think of war, obviously they think about the death and the struggle and the tragedy. But like, as weird as this might sound, there's good parts. You know, there's brotherhood. You know, you kind of find out who you are. It humbles you. You know, it makes you think about what's really important. You know, things like that. And you get this beautiful family out of it. I mean, David talks about his friends like they're his brothers. I mean, he's got two, but like Crystal said it actually last time she was here. You know, Dave has two brothers, but he came home with like 12 new ones, and think like family and like camaraderie, things like that is kind of what I think about. Would I ever join? If I had an absolutely great reason to, I would. I think I would, but that's my take on it. Yeah.
And I think like every night we do this, we have a Q&A, somebody does ask us if we've joined, and every night we say no, you know. And I mean, you know, that could kind of, you know, be people see it as kind of a compliment when they ask us if we've joined and we haven't. You know, and they say we did a good job and stuff like that. But I mean, honestly, we kind of take it as like a slap in the face, you know, because we have never served, none of us, you know, and we don't deserve to wear the ACUs or anything like that, you know. So it's very attractive, I think, to want to know what it's like to be able to deserve what you're wearing, you know, and it's really hard not to think about it and wonder what it would be like and yeah, and I think, I don't know, me personally, like, definitely have thought about it and stuff like that, you know. I'm graduating college and like, what do I do with the rest of my life and stuff like that, you know. So it's definitely something that like is there because, like I said, you know, we wear this stuff and we talk about this stuff, but we don't deserve to. So what would it be like if we did deserve to?
I don't feel guilty about that. I think bringing it to a bigger venue is great, but bringing it to TV, it's what you guys bring in your characters, and be proud of my acting ability. Justin didn't want me to bring Kleenex with me tonight, so the emotion that you guys brought as actors to bring the reality of what he lived is something you guys are all amazing, and more people need to experience this live. Bring it to a bigger live venue and make more people see it in that way, because it's unbelievable. And it's unbelievable what you guys have brought. To sit here and feel the live, I can't even. So be proud of what you do as actors. Don't, I think that's where you guys should
what you said, but I'd like to go beyond it. I've seen a good number of plays, in fact, a good number of them here too, that I've enjoyed. That's not a verb I would apply to this one, but I've never in my life seen a play that did as much as this. And I totally agree. I think this is a story, and you guys are storytellers. That's a really important role in this world. it is a story that deserves to get much wider audience. And I would encourage you, it may be the last play for this ensemble as players, or the last show of this play. But I'm reminded of a show from my youth on television called Playhouse 90. I don't know that it's existed in the last 30 or 40 years, but that's the sort of quality that I think this has. And that is a show that used to do serious stuff. And I think that kind of a production on TV of this show would be great.
Thank you very much.
It deserves that kind of a thing.
I kind of have a comment. Sorry, I'm all sniffly. I had dealt with my brother coming back from Afghanistan earlier this year, and I've tried to find ways to explain it to my kids, my teenage daughters, and it's been really hard to try to tell them how to deal or act around or be around. Don't stand on this side. You don't want them to, freak out because you're at his bad side view and all this other stuff. And seeing how you guys portrayed his emotion when people look at him like that, I never really thought of that. I thought about trying to be as normal as we could, but realizing none of us were being normal. How can we expect him to act normal if none of us are acting normal? And it goes down even to little kids, because you're always like, okay, don't wake him up. I told him, don't wake him up when he's sleeping on the couch. You don't want him to jump up and, So I just wanted to let you guys know you did an awesome job even getting to see his side. I never thought about how he felt, about how we looked at him, and it's a big deal, because now I feel like maybe I can deal with him a little differently next time he comes up. Just a little bit, But no, you guys are awesome.
Thank you very much.
Yes. To what my mom was saying before, for the one of the scenes when the soldier had just come home and he was he acted so differently. It was kind of like what my mom was sort of talking about, how before my uncle went to Afghanistan, he was perfectly normal, and then when he came back, his face was just so serious, and he never laughed, and it was really hard because it wasn't the same.
And that, you guys, what she just said, just please take that in, everybody. And I say this every single night. Playing my brother was the hardest character I've ever played in my entire life. And I mean, I literally followed him around and watched him, just watched him and his mannerisms and things like that. And Dan sent us all videos, articles, books to read, things like that. I mean, we did. Everybody in this cast, God bless them. Everybody did so much homework for this show, but it's scary because no matter how hard you try, no matter how hard you try to get into the character of a soldier without actually living it and being it, no matter how much you read and watch and whatever, you will never ever understand what they really went through. You'll never understand it. And the faster I accepted that fact and moved on, I kind of felt better about it, because I could hear as many stories as anybody could tell me. I could read as many books as they are, but I will never truly get it. I just have to and I say this all the time, we will never truly get it, but please just respect it. Please appreciate it. And they're not the same. Good or bad, right or wrong, it's just not the same.
Yeah, Jesse.
But yeah, that's pretty much we will never, people go up to soldiers and be like, oh, I'm a good listener, I'll try and talk to him, but you won't. You're right. You don't look at them the same. You don't. You try to act cool and you try to act normal, but what is normal?
Can't.
Yeah, and
I think the reality that maybe that they've changed or whatever, but they still are the same person, and I think that's something to keep in mind too. I mean, the same person. It's not like it's a different person, you know. And it is humane, you know. And so,
No, definitely, I totally agree. Like, yeah, I mean, he's still David. He's still my brother, you know. Like, they're still the soldiers that we grew up with, and they're just, you know, they just went through some shit that we'll never understand, and we can't try to, you know, be their therapist. We can't try to like get them out of it. Like, just be there for them and like respect it. Just respect it and appreciate it, and be like, dude, I know it sucks, and I'm sorry, but just like listen. That's it. Yeah.
So if anyone doesn't have any other questions, sorry.
I was just going to say again, it's been said already, but I just really appreciate all the homework that you did, because I mean, I think we were all transported. I remember commenting at the commissioners. I couldn't believe that you folks weren't enlisted soldiers. I mean, it was just so real, and the emotion was so true. You know, right on. I think we've all taken a pause.
So I want to thank everyone for coming out. And again, keep in mind, we walk down the street, or you're in the store and you walk by someone and you have no idea what they're going through, So I think, sometimes your problems aren't that big of a deal, because you walk by someone, maybe it's not a soldier, but maybe it's their brother, or it's their son, or their daughter, or their sister. And so I think that's the main thing to keep in mind, that, this is happening, right now. And again, I want to thank, all this cast and the crew and all of them here. And thanks everyone for coming out and, and seeing this story. And again, the stories what matter. We don't, the story and the real people, the real families, that's what matters. So again, thank you for everything, for coming out.